Hello everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. In the lecture series of optimization technique, I welcome all of you. So this is our lecture number third, and in this lecture already we have gone through the University of Mumbai syllabus copy. This is your syllabus copy, and in the module one already we have covered basic concepts, the statement of the optimization problem or basic definitions related to it, and today we are going to cover unconstrained optimizations, the optimality criteria for unconstrained optimization. So let's see, for unconstrained optimization we will take one or two numerical, and in the same numerical we will see what are the various criteria for unconstrained optimization. And these subjects is of mechanical engineering, and for semester 5 you can see here, for 5th sem it is there, and the course code is MEDLO 5011. Okay, so in unconstrained optimization, these are the some notes with me. So we'll see what unconstrained optimization first. We know the optimization is the method of obtaining the best result under given circumstances, that we already known. Then we have seen the basic definition of optimization in terms of optimization can be defined as the process of finding the condition that give the maximum or minimum value of a function. So if function is given to you, then if we need to find out optimization or optimized solution, then usually what we do, the process of finding the condition that gives me the maximum or minimum value of a function. Basically it is nothing but to make the optimization is nothing but to make the perfect, and or we can define it as a choosing the best element from some set of available alternatives. So these definitions tells us what is optimization process and how we can find maximum or minimum value of that function or best alternatives for that function. And in this lecture unconstrained optimization, and some these are the three related topics or functions. If we look out here, maximize function f of x comma y if x and y in terms of x and y is given, either minimize the function x and y f of x y. Likewise the function is given to you case 1, case 2 and case 3. Suppose the function maximize the function x and y in terms of x and y is given subject to g of x and y is equal to c. These are the some constraints or subject to the function is in terms of subject to is given or maxima is given, either minima is given. Accordingly we need to solve for the particularly seen subject to, what is subject to, what is constant, and what is my objective function, either maximize or minimize. So optimality criteria, if you look out, dou f by dou x, the function derivative of function with respect to x is equal to 0, you need to first do it. Derivative of function f with respect to y is equal to 0 and equate with 0. This is your necessary conditions. So let's take some example related to this, because this is with the help of example we can easily understood this. So maximize function is given in terms of x and y, 4x minus x square plus 4y minus 2y square. This is the given function. So what is your task now? As per looking to the optimality criteria, you need to find out dou f by dou x and equate with the 0. So derivative of function f with respect to x, that is 4x 4 minus x square, that is minus 2x, it is 0 because 4y is there. We need to find out derivative of function with respect to x. There is no x coordinate, so it is 0, it is 0. So 4 minus 2x will be the dou f by dou x, and you need to equate with the 0. Once you equate with the 0, you will get 4 is equal to 2x, so you will get x is equal to 2. That is the final critical point. We call it as a critical point or stationary point. Again the function, what is second optimality criteria? That is derivative of function with respect to y. If you take derivative of function with respect to y, what we will get here? X is the coordinate, so if you are going to take the derivative of function with respect to y, this is directly 0. Again this is 0 because there is no y. So here you will get a y, so 4y, derivative of function 4y with respect to y is nothing but 4. minus 2y square is nothing but minus of 4y, and if you equate with the 0, you will get critical point 4 is equal to 4y at y is equal to 1. And so it is a function having critical points 2 comma 1, function having critical points 2 comma 1 that we are find out. So it is the concave function, it is a concave function, and the concavity is shown in terms of critical points 2 comma 1 for the maximization solution. Now how will we decide at this critical point the function is maximized? Because once you get a concave function, then definitely it is a maximum function. So always they ask you to find out either stationary points or critical points. Don't worry about a concavity or maximization minimization. We'll see further in terms of one numerical. Look at here, they always ask you to find out either stationary points or critical points. So you need to apply the optimality criteria, that is nothing but dou f by dou x is equal to 0, dou f by dou y is equal to 0, and equate with 0, then you will get x and y, and that x and y is nothing but your critical points, or you may call it as a stationary points. Suppose we'll see the basic thing in this lecture. Theoretical we'll see unconstrained optimization. You can see here optimization problem requires us to determine either maximum or minimum value of a function. Already I have discussed with you, there are two types of problems in this category. You can see either profit maximization or cost minimization. If you talk about minimization, then cost will be going to minimize. If you talk about maximization, then profit is going to be maximized. Suppose in these two types of problems, unconstrained optimization, what we will look out, unconstrained optimization, practical computational task of finding maxima or minima of a function of many variables. So this is the actual method for unconstrained optimization. We are going to see first point is what? To find the derivative of function with respect to x and y, that already I have discussed with you. Then put it equals to 0. So after putting this equals to 0, you will get find the values of x and y, and that x and y values are nothing but your stationary points. Already we have calculated with the help of this dou f by dou x is equal to 0, dou f by dou y is equal to 0. This is equation 1. Equation 2, after solving this equation for 0, equate within 0, you will get a stationary points. Okay, so this is actual method to follow. Once you follow this method, you will get some idea, or these are the methods. After following method, first point is clear to you. Now second point, okay, look at the second stage. The second step is to find second order derivative of function with respect to x and y. So this is very important task. You need to find out second order derivative of that function with respect to x and y, and then solve the equation ac minus b square. Now the question is, what is ac, what is b, what is nothing but your a, b and c. So we'll discuss what is this, the criteria, or we can say stage number 3 or step number 3. If your ac minus b square, if you found out ac minus b square is greater than 0, then it is the case of extreme points. Okay, and we need to know what is your a. I have already told you to find out second order derivative of function. If you take second order derivative of function dabba square f by dabba x square with respect to x, then this point is nothing but a. Dabba square f by dabba x dabba y, this is nothing but b. If you take second order derivative of function with respect to y, that is your c. And once you found out ac minus b square, if you are getting ac minus b square is greater than 0, then it is a case of extreme points. Okay, look at here, if your ac minus b square is greater than 0, means if you found out that this term is a positive, then this is called as extreme points. If you found out ac minus b square is less than 0, either negative or equal to 0, this will be not a the expected accepted cases. What we need, that greater than 0, ac minus b square is term always greater than 0, and then you can call these as your extreme points. For this condition, what we actually call, I will talk with the later, I will give you some example for these points. So if you get this point, if we get a negative point or equal to 0 point, what we actually call them, the negative point, you can call this as a saddle point. Okay, this is nothing but your saddle point, and positive point is nothing but extreme points. Okay, the stage or step number 4, see here. We can find maxima or minima according to the value of a. So value of a is very important in this case. Dabba square a by dabba x square is very important to find out maxima or minima. Last step is to find the maximum or minimum value of the function through extreme value. So last stage is nothing but to find maxima or minima through these extreme points. So this is the entire step I have dictated with you with a simple example, and this is very important to understood the entire case before going to solve any problem. Or this is a step number 1, 2, 3, 4. These all steps you need to understood first, and with the help of these steps you can easily solve any example. So I have given you here example. Find the extreme value of function f of x is given as x cube plus y cube minus 6xy, and determine whether they are maxima or minima. The question is like this: any function is given in terms of x and y, and you have to find either maxima, determine whether they are maxima or minima. So this question is given, and how to solve this question, look at here. So function f of x, the first stage, write the function f of x in terms of x and y, x cube plus y cube minus 6xy. Determine the derivative of function with respect to x. If you found out derivative of function with respect to x, you will get 3x square minus, here you will get y cube as a 0 minus of 6xy. X is going to convert into 1 and minus 6y as there, and you have to equate with the 0. Once you equate with the 0, you can take 3 as a common. X square minus 2y is equal to 0. You will get x square minus 2y is equal to 0. So x square is equal to 2y. If you found out further or solve for a y value, y is equal to x square by 2. This is your equation 1. Call it as equation 1. And what is second stage? Derivative of function with respect to y. If you take derivative of function with respect to y, this is going to be vanishes to 0, because we need a y term. Here it is a x term, so 0. We need a y term, again you will get a y term. So derivative of this 3y square, so we'll get 3y square. Again minus 6xy, y is going to be 1, so minus 6x, and equate with the 0. 3y square minus 6x is equal to 0. Take a 3 as a common. Y square minus 2x is equal to 0. You will get y square minus 2x is equal to 0. Y square minus 2x is equal to 0. So you look at here, we can put y value is equal to x square by 2. If you put y value as x square by 2, what we will get? X square by 2 square minus 2x is equal to 0. You will get x raised to 4 by 4 minus of 2x is equal to 0. Once you solve for this, x raised to 4 minus of 8x is equal to 0. Divide by 4 as it is. Okay, look at here. If you take this as 4 is equal to 0, you will get a term x square minus of 8x. X square minus of 8x. In this term, you can take x as a common. You will get x cube minus 8 is equal to 0. For these conditions, we will get a stationary point as x, either x is equal to 0 or either this term is equal to 0. So x is equal to 0 you will get, and this term x cube minus 8 is equal to 0. So x cube is equal to 8, and then if you solve for x, the cube root of 8 is nothing but 2. So you will get a 2 stationary point, that is either 0 or 2. So when your x is equal to 0, what my y is nothing but x square by 2, already we have found out. So solve for this. If my x is equal to 0, put y is equal to also 0, because x is equal to 0. If my x is equal to 2, you will get square of 2, that is 4 by 2, that is nothing but 2. So how many stationary points you are getting from here? The stationary point is 0, 0 and 2, 2. These are my stationary points. Now if you remember the steps, we need to solve for stage number 3, that is stage number is 3. After getting the extreme points, you need to find out a value, b value and c value. What is a value? Dabba square a by dabba x square, dabba square a by dabba y square, dabba square a by dabba x dabba y. That is nothing but ABC, and you need to find out AC minus B square, the relationship. So look at here. So this is my function dou f by dou x, and you are getting 3x square minus 6y is the first order derivative, and dou f by dou y is 3y square minus 6x. From previous that we have solved, from that we have taken this step. So a is nothing but double derivative of function with respect to x. So take double derivative, you will get 6x. This is vanishes to 0. Okay. What is my see double derivative of function with respect to y. So if you take once derivative for this function 6y, and this term is vanishes, so here we will get 6y. And if you look out the function derivative of function dabba square f by dabba x dabba y, so you need to take the function derivative with respect to x and y. So if you take function derivative with respect to x and y, look at here, this is my function, and I need to take a double derivative of function with respect to x and y. So I need both the terms x and y. So this term is vanishes because this term is not contain x and y. This term is again vanishes because this term is not contain x and y. I need both the terms x and y. Here only x is there, not y. Here only y is there, not x. But this term minus 6xy, we can see both x and y is present. So if you take a double derivative of this term, you will get minus 6 as the answer. So look at here, minus 6. So double derivative of function with respect to x and y is nothing but minus 6. If you solve further at a point 0, 0, at a point 0, 0, you will get x as a 6 into 0, 0. At a point 0, 0, you will get b value minus 6 because no term is there for b. At a point x 0, 0, you will get 6 into 0, that is again 0. So ac minus b square, if you calculate for ac minus b square, what is my a? 0 into 0, 0. What is my b? You can see here b is minus 6. So minus of minus 6, that is minus 6 square is plus 36, but this minus. So it is lesser than 0. ac minus b square term is negative. Once ac minus b square is negative, we can say no extreme points. Okay, from the previous whatever I have dictate view with the theory session, you can check there. If a term is getting ac minus b square is negative, then we can call these points are not extreme points. Now look at here. Simultaneously at a point 2, 2, this is 0, 0 is our first stationary point and 2, 2 our second stationary point. For if you solve for a second stationary point, what is my a? My a is nothing but 6x. If you put 6 into x, x value is nothing but 2, so you will get 12. For b, minus 6 as it is because there is no content of x and y, and at a c double derivative of function f with respect to y, you have the value 6y, but y value is a 2, 6 into 2, 12. If you solve for ac minus b square term, 12 into 12, ac is a 12, c is a 12, so 12 into 12 minus b value is nothing but minus 6. So 12 square is 144 minus as it is, and minus 6 square is nothing but plus 36. So 144 minus 36 is 108, and this value 108 value is greater than 0. So here you can say this term is a positive, so it is an extreme point. So it is an extreme point because we are getting the positive term. So for 0, 0 no extreme point, but 2, 2 we got an extreme point. Now if you need to find out a minima extreme point value at 2, 2, how we can find the function x and y in terms of x cube plus y cube minus 6xy, that function is known, and at this point extreme value you can find out the function either maxima or minima. So put a value of 2, 2. Once you put a 2 cube minus of 6 into 2 into 2, you will get a negative value. Okay, once here you can see minus 8 is a minima value at x is equal to 2 and y is equal to 2 because it is a minimum value, and so the function is minimum. From this we can conclude the given function is minimum at these extreme points 2, 2, because the whatever is the value is getting is nothing but a negative value at that point, or minimum value, not a maximum. So we can conclude at a 2, 2 at this extreme point our function is minimum. So if you like this numerical, please do comment. I will take another good quality numerical for unconstrained optimization problem, and do not forget to subscribe my channel. Thank you very much.